Greetings, Leo. This is your December 2017 reading. My name is Camille, and this is Millennial Tarot. I want to start this reading off with some big things that are happening in the sky, and to save you some time, I'm just going to go over the big things instead of all the minutia. If you want to watch that, just check out my Aquarius or Pisces video. So the big thing is that the sun has obviously moved into Sagittarius for the majority of December, and coming out of Scorpio season, that is the relief and the break and the pressure is off that we all need. So Scorpio was all about diving deep, revealing secrets, getting to the bottom of emotional matters, of information that you need to come out, that you need to dig for, and kind of doing that hard emotional labor, that hard mental labor. And Sagittarius sees us kind of not taking a break, but kind of setting that aside and being more tuned and geared towards communion with other people, celebration with other people. Sagittarius is all about bridging those gaps of differences, coming together, stronger together, and to really be with others and see the catharsis and the enjoyment of being with others, which is perfect as we approach the holidays. Sagittarius is also about higher-mindedness. It is about higher philosophies. It's about traveling abroad, about getting those perspectives. So Sagittarius is more out here in the world, more lighthearted, more fiery, more fun, and more merry. Ho, ho, ho. Christmas is coming up. So that's a great shift in energy that I am personally thankful for. I don't know if it was just me, but Scorpio season was a doozy. But another big thing that is happening is that Saturn will move out of Sagittarius, where it has been for the last 2 to 2.5 years, and it will move into Capricorn. What that means for everybody is that big changes over time will be happening with your career. So Capricorn naturally rules the 10th house of your chart. The 10th house is your midheaven. It's your social status, your reputation, who you want to be in the world, your career, and your goals. When Saturn moves into Capricorn, it will be at home because Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, and it'll really crystallize on the lessons that Capricorn is here to teach us. Those good, perfect, beautiful attributes of Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn stellium here. I know you couldn't tell. But Capricorn tells us to be hardworking, to be diligent, and to be honest, to have integrity. It is all about taking those slow, methodical steps that may seem slow, that may seem boring, lame, but it's all for the eventual attainment of a bigger goal, a bigger idea. So Saturn here in Capricorn is going to feel at home. It might feel, depending on your chart, a little bit restrictive, a little bit rigid, but it is that type of structure that we need in order to get things done. That is a huge thing, and that is personally going to be my Saturn return, Saturn and Capricorn girl right here. Another cool thing that is happening in December is that we are going to be having our Gemini super full moon on December 3rd. What is this going to encourage? So Gemini, all about communication, all about wittiness, all about being that social butterfly. This full moon is not going to be a meditative or introspective full moon. It is going to ask you to get out there and see your gems of lying within those social settings. But one funky thing that is happening is that Mercury is going to go retrograde on the 3rd, the same time of this full moon. Now, Mercury rules Gemini, so this is going to dampen the effects of that full moon, and full moon always put on blast whatever has been happening the 2 weeks before. So it's kind of a relief if something big and terrible was happening. The Mercury retrograde and the full moon being in Gemini could lessen the effects of that huge big full moon, that huge big revelation, or whatever impending, whatever you might be afraid of with the full moon. But it could also lead to very confusing communication. The full moon in Gemini is all about communication being highly, highly important, and we all know that Mercury retrograde blurs those lines of communication. Mercury going retrograde into the 22nd December urges me to tell you, as far as holiday planning goes, please double check, and then recheck your triple check and your quadruple check. So if you have anything that you're ordering online, or you're depending on any type of couriers like FedEx or UPS, I encourage you to really track your packages and to reconfirm any travel reservations and to check your car, because Mercury rules all those mechanical, mobile, communicative type of things. So I'm going to be moving into your reading now, Leo. I'm going to do the past, present, future like I've been doing the last few months. I'm going to skip out on the oracle reading because I feel like my oracle deck is dry and uninspiring at this point, so I'd rather just skip it than give you a dry reading. Duh, not for you, Leo. I'll be back in January with whole new decks and whole new inspiration and whole new fun stuff, so just going to stick to the tried and true here. That was a terrible shuffle. Okay, so in the recent past, or past that makes sense for you, we have the Four of Swords. In the present position, we have the Queen of Cups. And in the future position, we have Judgment. So the Four of Swords is like the card of repose. It is taking that time to mentally rest and digest whatever new information you've been processing, whatever new information that you found out, which you very well could have as we leave Scorpio season. So the Four of Swords is about being contemplative. It is about resting. It's about receiving any type of divine guidance through meditative activities, through being restful in that type of way. So I always look at my notes. Four of Swords, resting after a battle, reflecting on the battle that you might have just had or anything new that may have come up for you. It is about focusing on what matters in life. So you could have been going through very superficial issues or just struggles and battles, and now you are here off of the battlefield, resting, going over your strategy, what went wrong, what went right, what you have learned, and kind of not taking for granted what was at play during that type of emotional struggle that you were going with. So it was a fight with a friend, a fight with a boss, or anything like that. It asks you to go within and see what you can find good in any of those situations. With the Queen of Cups here being in the present position, I see that you have taken the lessons of the Four of Swords and come out emotionally on top. The Queen of Cups is she has mastery of her emotions. For the King of Cups is complete mastery, but she's at a place where she is feeling nurturing. She is intuitive because she is using her information correctly, and she's letting the divine come in and channel through her so she can make guided right action. She is at emotionally a place of solidness almost, and she is a card in the deck where people feel comfortable asking her for advice. They feel comfortable seeking her counsel. She is kind of like the mother of the deck, so this could be an energy around you, or it could be who you've become. So let me see what I've written here. She's mystical, and she really delves in those mystical aspects of life. She has a sixth sense about others. She is quiet and self-effacing and self-reflecting. She is creative, spiritual, and she has a great empathy for others. So it could be these are the skills that you have capitalized on when you took that time to be by yourself and to reflect. You are now emerging as a new person who is more sympathetic, more empathetic, more warm, and more comforting towards others. In the final position, or outcome future, we have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is all about a healing of the past. It is about letting go of the past. It is about putting the past to sleep and killing it. So in the Judgment card, we have these gray, dead, decomposed bodies coming out of the grave to get their final judgment. So a situation that you were going through is reaching a completion. It is reaching a completion to me in your favor. Although hard lessons were learned, we're dealing with a lot of emotions and thinking here. So I'm getting this is more a conflict with others or a conflict within yourself. But the Judgment card assures us that all will be put to rest and that all will reach its final judgment, and that a final judgment call will be had, and that it will be like a past or a karmic cycle that is done with now. It has gotten its day in the sun. So I'm going to pull some more cards to clarify what's going on here. Whoa. Okay, nothing come out, so I'm just going to cut the deck now. Okay. So clarifying the Four of Swords, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is also the card of Libra, weighing rights and wrongs and putting everything back into its final place in balance. So you're coming into December with this composure, with this clear-headedness to kind of know what went right in the past, what went wrong, what went wrong, and what you will stand for and what you will even take. So the Four of Swords and going within and having that moment of repose has taught you what you will accept in life. It is It is giving you the power to see what is right and what's wrong and how you will or will not be treated going forward. The Justice card always promises to balance our scales and to make everything fair. So you're coming into December feeling like you've been able to achieve that and that you feel a little bit more solid footing because you feel like things are correct and they are fair for not only you but for people around you. With the Queen of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, I'm just going to plug in my laptop charger as I talk. The Ace of Swords speaks about starting on a new journey, a new adventure. Whoa, what a mess. And it's a new idea and feeling vigorous about that. It's about starting forth on a new journey. And it's just the beginning, though, because it's the ace. So the ace is only the promise of something happening, but you have to put in that work. But I feel like you're there emotionally because it's coupled up with the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is all about reaching this new place of empathy. So a lot of times when we go through struggles with other people, it's hard to see their side. We blame them. We're like, whatever, you're wrong. But I feel like you, Leos, you guys can fall victim to that the most because Leo is very much like the son of the sun, of the child of the sun, like me. But you are in this place now where it's not so much that. So that shows great evolution on your behalf. Queen of Cups, maturity, and then Ace of Swords, capitalizing off of that new emotional empathy, maturity, and moving forward with what you want to move forward with. Whatever the sword could be for you, could be career, it could just be feeling okay again, charging forth with a new entrepreneurial spirit, or any type of relationship, and getting back out there. Swords rule communication and information technology as well. So I feel like you're going to move forward in sharing information, maybe something that you have received in your meditations, or demanding communications from others, but doing so in a fair-minded way. And to clarify the Judgment card, we have the Empress. And I should have mentioned before, wait, I don't know if that's true. Okay, so Judgment card is almost the end of a karmic journey. It's having things that are dead come back up so you can finally put them to rest and feeling that emotional cleansing of your soul. And the Empress is all the way back to the beginning, so she's just 3. So I feel very much that what you've been going through has been a cycle, and that December closes the cycle for you. December closes the cycle for a lot of people, just it being symbolically the end of the year. So whatever struggles you've brought with you into this final year, these could be the struggles of November, or the struggles of January through November. In December here, they are being resolved, and they're being resolved for a new karmic journey to take place. The Empress is all about fertility, about birthing things into the world that are new and fresh, and the Empress comes right after the High Priestess and the Magician, the High Priestess ruling information, and the Magician being the starter of all thought. So with the 4 of Swords here, that just kind of reminds me of being in that place of thinking, of being meditative, of what you want, and who you are and where you're going to go now. And the Empress, who's 3 up here, she is all about birthing that new person that you've become into the world, and whatever comes with that, a new idea, a new identity, traveling, going somewhere, feeling more at home with your finances and all that stuff, all that is going to come forth for you in December, and then probably leads you fantastically into 2018. I'm going to pull one more card here for the outcome just to get a completion of the story. All right, we have the Temperance card that came up to clarify the outcome. So the Temperance card is the card of Sagittarius, and we are in that season now. So that just confirms that whatever karmic cycle, whatever regeneration, Phoenix rising from the ashes, feeling new, feeling whole again is yours during Sagittarius season, December until the 21st of December. But Temperance card more traditionally speaks to keeping things in balance and keeping things in moderation. So this could just be a random thing from the universe that is telling you to, as you move forward in life, to always maintain that balance and to always maintain that temperance. But just as an auxiliary message. But in connection with the story, if you're feeling, meditative and things have worked out fairly, you feel a new sense of self, a new awakening. This would also be the Ace of Swords is a new awakening, And then the Queen of Cups being that emotional ground, you're feeling solid and you're feeling a little bit more, the emotional intelligence is higher and higher and higher, and you're raising the bar higher and higher and higher. The Temperance card could just see you, because of these steps and this upward mobility and this upward motion, continuing to keep things in balance and to have that serene, peaceful attitude. The Temperance card, angel wings, pouring the water back and forth. She's very much at home, very much at peace. And then the waters always have to do with emotions to me. So I see you here being at peace. But I think it has to do more with a closure of something as well as the beginning of something, because there are no endings without beginnings happening for you in December in this Sagittarius season. So that was your reading today, Leo. I hope that you enjoyed that, and I hope that you would join me here in 2018 for more readings. And I just wanted to end this by saying I'm still doing $5 readings. You could just send me a note to my email address below. I've left it in the description box. I've been able to do readings for a few people here that I've met on YouTube, and they've been very enriching and fulfilling both for me and them. So I hope that if you want to treat yourself this holiday season or treat someone else to the answer to a question, that you will drop me a line. They're just $5, so not that bad, just $5. So I wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everything that you could possibly celebrate in this month. I hope you have a great time celebrating it, the winter solstice as well. And I wish you love, light, and happiness. I will see you in the new year. Goodbye.